Now it's time to move on to Agate Village next. Did you know Celebi will visit the relic stone in Agate Forest?
おー、そうですね。
So, some Cypher trainers have invaded the forest in order to capture Celebi and destroy the relic stone. There was this guy named Scrub doing just that, but I don't want no Scrub. A Scrub is a guy that can get no love from me, hanging out the passenger's side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I beat him because the fire inside me is brighter than the fire around me. It's here we learn that after I've spent enough time with my shadow Pokemon that I can purify them at the Relic Stone, so they'll stop being so moody all the time.
Alright, you two, let's talk about feelings.
I then head to Mount Battle and find out a bunch of thugs have occupied this place too. So I'm seeing a trend here. So I go in and take on another one of Cypher's admins, Dacum. He seemed pretty mad. I took out his buddy Scrub. Also, jeez, he's huge. The battle was relatively straightforward, but then he throws out a Shadow Entei. This is the first I've seen this. I'll just weaken it, paralyze it, and then Great Ball it. Nice. Oh, don't worry, Kolava. I'd never swap you out. Thank you for saving our entire mountain. Here's a time flute. Oh, nice. So there are three of these time flutes in the game, and they are used to summon Celebi at the Relic Stone to instantly purify any Pokemon, regardless of time spent with them. Depending on who you use these on, it's a pretty big time saver. So then it turns out underneath Pyrite Town is an entire criminal underground town called the Under. Not only that, but a Lady Venus rules the underground with her beauty and lady lumps. I do a ton of snooping around and eventually find myself in the broadcasting station where Venus is. Unsurprisingly, she's another Cypher admin. She was much more problematic than the previous two. Almost all of her Pokemon use Attract, which is a move that only works on a Pokemon of the opposite sex. And when afflicted, it falls hopelessly in love with the user, and there's a very high chance their love confliction will be too strong for them to actually perform a move. This thing is a bigger pain than Confuse Ray, in my opinion. She then proceeded to just whip out her very large Steelix, seduced my whole team with it, and just started pounding us. And then so then she brought out, you guessed it, a Shadow Suicune. I was not prepared for this battle, and it reached a point where I knew I was going to lose. So, oh my gosh, I actually caught it. I still lost, but I actually caught it. Oh my god. Oh, this battle is way too much stimulation. Gosh. So now when I rebattled her, I was ready for her strategy of seduction, and not only that, she didn't have her Suicune anymore. So the second battle went much better. I then chase her out of the underground and then infiltrate Cypher's laboratory where they make the Shadow Pokemon. Ooh, Shadow Vibrava. I'll take that. I then reach the end of the laboratory, and the final Cypher admin, Ein, is waiting for me. And he was kind of tricky, and I did have to rebattle him a few times, but that was primarily because his Shadow Raikou of his just wouldn't let me steal it. You see, all Shadow Pokemon have the move Shadow Rush, which does decent damage, but does like recoil damage on the user. So Raikou would actually off itself, so I wouldn't catch it. Reminds me of a certain other Pokemon we all know and love. But in the end, my determination to save Raikou was greater than its will to faint, and Raikou was all mine. Okay, in the box. Oh wait, I forgot something. Hey, Rui, you're in the way. Rui, can you Rui, can you uh... So throughout this entire game, there was this Realgam tower that was being constructed in the middle of a desert. It even houses a coliseum at the top, and it gets completed after beating Ein. And it turns out Cypher was the one who was building this place as their main base. Shocking. So I break into it, and I have to rebattle all the admins again, but they just need to stop. And at the top of the tower, I found my old Snag'em boss, Gonzap. Shockingly, Cypher was contracting Team Snag'em to steal Pokemon for them so they could turn them into Shadow Pokemon. Gonzap had a varied team, but it wasn't too much of an issue. I even stole his favorite Pokemon, Skarmory. Now, I get the idea of this game is to steal back stolen Shadow Pokemon, but I'm pretty sure that Skarmory actually belonged to him. Although, I guess sending off your own Pokemon to a laboratory where they force you to become evil could be considered emotional abuse. What do you understand? At least I didn't sacrifice all my companions just for an onion. Touché, Gonzap. Now it's time to face the big baddie and his hair, Nascor. This was tough. He started with a tanky Walrein and a hard-hitting Gardevoir and proceeded to increase their special attack with items, and man, did those two hit hard. My general strategy was to paralyze with Ampharos or Flygon's Dragon Breath and use teamwork with Espeon and Typhlosion to help finish them off. If I ever needed to take some time to heal my Pokemon, I would use Suicune as a shield since it's very defensive and bulky. I then pushed through his Blaziken, Dusclops, and Xatu to finally face his Shadow Metagross. So all I had left was Suicune, and with my last revive, I brought back Ampharos, and then I sacrificed him to get a Paralyze in on Metagross. From there, I had Suicune tank the hits until eventually I caught him. I barely won this battle. But then the real Cypher boss shows up. Oh man.